Oleniki here with another Halo 5 Guardians Mythic LASO or Legendary All Skulls on campaign mission walkthrough, and this is mission 12, which is Battle of Sunaion. As we're getting ready to set it up here, this really is a long, involved mission. There aren't any real tricks, although there is one little skip that I didn't do, but it's more a matter of tactics, strategy, and positioning. And of course staying alive and keeping focus, because it is extremely long. So here we are setting it up. You can see it's legendary with all 13 skulls activated. Alright, this particular battle here I'm going to basically stay out of. I'm going to let the Swords of Sanhili and my Guardian buddies do all the dirty work. If there's an opportunity for a pot shot, I'll take it. Like, well, I don't think I did that. What I'm trying to do is get them to move up by targeting, targeting a bad guy who is a little bit further up. That moves everybody up in that area. Okay, and then when we get the all clear, I'm going to shuttle up a plasma pistol. Now, there is a skip here that would allow you to literally skip this battle and the next one. But it requires some really talented jumping, if you will. And that leaves me out, because I can't jump worth crap. Okay, guns down. The swords are leaving, and I position my guys up by the door because when it opens there's going to be several to 4 grumps coming through. And again, I back off. I'll mark one of them. And get my guys to take them out. When everything quiets down, I'll send them back here. And it looks like one of them, probably Vale, took gas there, so that's surprising. Alright, right here, when I shuttle up these steps, I'm doing it very carefully, very slowly, because the weapons have a tendency to disappear for some reason. So I can live without the plasma pistol, but ooh, that almost disappeared. But if I lose the pistol itself, then it makes this area much more of an issue. Okay, set the guys behind me. Good, there's an FRG grunt, fuel rod gun. So I'm marking. That fuel rod gun or FRG will be beneficial to me, if you will, a little bit later in this mission. Not this battle, not the next battle, but the one after that. What we have to do here is take out anti-air emplacements, and each succeeding area will have one, or actually the last one will be 3, but the battles will become a little bit more difficult. Alright, score attack on. I can revive my buddies out of armor lock, and they can revive me. However, if I get tagged with a sticky or a plasma grenade, that's it. I'm dead. With the iron skull on, game over. If I go into armor lock and none of my buddies are around to help me out, then I will die, game over. So you still have to be a little bit careful. Alright, what I'm doing here, I positioned, I think Buck was the sole survivor there. I'm positioning him back so I can take out the grunts that may or may not be up ahead here. That's what I'm looking for. Of course, we got a bunch of jackals with storm rifles flying back and forth across the upper levels there. I'm trying to keep Buck out of the way. Actually, any of my Guardian buddies out of the way, because they have a tendency to get in the way. And that's a real problem when grunts and elites are around, because they're grenade happy, and I've been tagged before just because one of my Guardian buddies ran right in front of me or right behind me. Or I've gone into armor lock because they get tagged and the concussion from the grenade puts me into armor lock. So, as it turns out, I have developed my own nicknames for these three, which I will not repeat here because they are rather profane. Okay, we're going to take the gun out now. Thin the crowd a little bit up there. I see it. Oh, there's another one. I went back and got the plasma pistol because I'm going to try help these guys take out at least one of the elites that's lurking about. And then when I would do that, then I will grab that FRG. I'm kind of looking for it. Interesting that in Halo 3 it was an FRG. Halo 4 it was a fuel rod cannon. And I'm not really sure what the terminology is in Halo 5, but I'm going to call it an FRG because it's a lot easier than saying fuel rod this or fuel rod that. Alright, I've marked an elite up there. There's two of them actually, which makes it a little bit more of a problem. What I'm interested in, I just want to see one of them go down. There we go. We got, actually I think we just got both of them. And my guys are still kicking, which is good because they usually don't last too long down there. There's a shielded jackal there. See if I can take him out. Well, my buddy's dead. Okay, everybody's alive, and we got probably two elites down. So I'm going to grab the fuel rod gun, or the FRG. And I know there's some, it looks like there might be one or two jackals around. Don't see any. Now here there's three grunts down there in that first floor across the way. And there's two jackals in the upstairs area. And I want to take at least two of the grunts out. Generally the third one may or may not go into hiding. I'm going to position my guys up here on the second floor if they make it. Because what I want to do is take out one of the jackals, or have them take out one and get the other one looking at them on the far side of the room so I can come in behind and get a back smack and get my shields back. Black Eye doesn't allow shields to, the Black Eye Skull does not allow shields to respawn on their own, or regenerate I should say on their own. Alright, they're taking their time getting up here, so now we're down to one jackal. You have to melee. You have to melee to get the shields back. Your health will regenerate, but not your shields. And this is where I get frustrated with my Guardian buddies. I'm marking position up here like crazy, and they're saying, "Oh, we got it, we got it, we got it," and they're not moving. They're still engaged down below. So this costs a little bit of time. You can hear them. You can hear them going into, I mean, fighting down below. Okay, it looks like Vale is working on the grunt down below. Okay, at least Buck's here. Alright, so Buck is going to have that guy. Oh, I missed him. I can't believe it. And of course, Buck comes in and smacks him. And there goes my ability to get a shield. And there goes the grunt down below. So I was a little angry with that. The whole point of that exercise was for me to get my shield back. Well, we'll give it a try. Obviously, I was successful in doing what I'm about to do, because I'm doing a commentary on it now. All right. Anyway, I'm going to push the guys over here, position them across the way. That way, the cubbies up ahead will be focused on them. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a ground pound, get down in this area, and then just run through this barrier and run around the edges here taking this exact path through the doorway and running up here. There will be an elite that pops out. Back smack him, get my shields back. There's two jackals behind him, and I am just going to run in here and I'm going to hide momentarily until all the shaking stops, because it's very hard to aim and fire when there's all that vibration going on. I'm positioning my guys in here as well. That tells me who's there. It looks like we've got, probably got all three. Alright, so I'm going to run back over here. And we've got a bunch of jackals and an elite. And the elite's kind of the lower class elite. Shields are easy to pop. Of course, there they come again. I need to mark mark a bad guy, mark a covey, so they will not gather around me. Okay, so I got the elite marked. Notice how they go charging off when I do that. Alright, the elite's down, so now we just need to clean up the jackals. Notice that we're not attacking the gun yet. I'll explain that momentarily. Looking around to see if there's any jackals left. And what's interesting is that the music kind of calmed down here, which to me means that we got everybody. But that really wasn't the case.
Stand by. We're working on it.
Literally standing right next to me was a jackal. And I took a little bit of fire there, so I'm going to go down here and take him out to get my shields back. I couldn't believe that when I saw that first time in this run. He was literally standing right next to me, and nothing. I wasn't doing anything. He wasn't doing anything. Anyway, now that we've marked the gun, and the reason we're waiting till all these guys are out before we take the gun out is that once the gun goes down, another wave will come in, which will be 3 grunts, an elite, and 2 jackal snipers. The elite will have an FRG, which is good for me. Alright, so I'm marking my guys position-wise to get up at that door. And I want to mark the elite. Alright, I got one of the 2 jackal snipers, which is a good thing. Alright, mark the elite. Okay, got the elite marked, and I'm going to head for cover. Now, sometimes my guys will take that elite out and his escort of grunts real quick. Sometimes, ooh, boy, those guys are grenade happy. Sometimes it will take a couple of iterations, what I call rinse and repeat, because all my guys went down. And I think that's what happened in this particular run. Yeah, it looks like all my guys are down. Oh, wait. Well, Vale was alive, but just got tagged by the jackal sniper, and I'm not going to go out there until all my guys are back. I got to be a little bit careful here too. I've had that elite literally chase me through the door. So I'm going to come over here and park myself and wait for my buddies to come back. And I know they'll start coming back because I'll mark a position around me, and then I hear a little sort of like a plasma pistol beep, and then one or more of them will say, "Okay, I'm here," or blah blah blah, whatever. But it alerts me to the fact that they're there. Now, I think what's happened here is the elite tends to go to the middle of this particular section. I'm kind of looking around for him, but I'm also seeing if, okay, looks like Tanaka's back. I'm also seeing if I can take out the grunts, because they present a problem when my guys go charging after the elite. The grunts start throwing grenades at them. I got one of them. There's another one out there somewhere. Had to pause there momentarily. Telemarketer calling. Okay, got the second grunt. I don't know if that was Buck being back. Yeah, there's Buck. Alright, there's Tanaka.
Consider it done.
Waiting for Vale.
Consider it done, Locke.
Vale's got the highest pitched voice of the three. Okay, that was Vale, so everybody's back. Normally I like to hang normally I like to hang back in this area and try to help as best I can when they go after the elite. It's a little bit more difficult when I don't have a plasma pistol, because I'm carrying that FRG that I got in the first or the second area. So I would have to pop him with a carbine, and it takes a lot of shots. So while they're searching for him, I think I'll just take out that sniper. Alright, I'm going to mark them in the middle. Or actually on the other side. So what I'm doing is I'm setting that position so maybe we'll flush out the elite, because he is in hiding right now. I thought I heard elite. Alright, so I'm going to come back over here, which I normally don't do. Oh, there's the elite. He's actually right there in the middle by the little turret. It's a little risky here. He is grenade happy. He has an FRG. Either one of which, if I take an FRG blast, I'm down. And if I get tagged by a grenade, oops, he's running around. So I'm going to... He was running right at me, so I figured I might as well get out of the way. So this is starting to become a bit of a problem. So it takes a few rounds to get those shields down. He's a little bit higher class. Ooh, he's firing at the end. Out towards the sea, so his back should be to me, so I figured I'd run down here and take a look. It was, and I took him out, and I believe as I meleeed him, I grabbed all the ammo out of that fuel rod gun. So we're good to go. I'm just looking around to make sure that all my guys are with me, because I want all three when we hit the next area, which is going to have 3 guns. There's going to be a whole bunch of grunts, elites, and a couple of 3 jackals, and this requires a little bit of strategy. I marked the first gun for them to take out, and then I'm going to head up this way, and then in this little circular room will be, may or may not be, 3 grunts, so I'm being extremely careful. There's grunt number 1. Because my guys will not be able to get to me in time if I go into armor lock right up here. There's grunt number 2, and I think what happened is grunt number 1 threw a grenade and hit the side of the doorway there and took out grunt number 3. Yep. So that takes care of that. And we'll come over here and notice the ammo crate. That's infinite ammo for my carbine, not my FRG, unfortunately. Heavy weapons don't get replenished. Alright. Across the way there will be, generally there will be 3 grunts and 2 jackals that'll pop up. And I'm being very careful here. I'm not worried about taking the guns out yet. There is a bit of a time limit on how long you can stay up here before you're discovered by a bad guy or an elite. Alright. You notice that smoke down below. That actually was the jackal. Here comes another one. Jackal getting ready to jump up. I guess it's their thruster pack creates that smoke. So that's a good thing to remember. Alright, there's one more grunt that's going to come up at some point. That was a turret firing at me. There's an elite on it. So I'm going to see if I can take out a grunt or 2 down there. And notice how I'm backing up using the crate as cover, just in case that third grunt comes up there, jumps up there on the ledge on the other side. Notice how I'm looking over there, just making sure that he's not there, because he will throw a grenade when he gets up there.
Stand by. You're on it.
Looking. I want to take this lead out on the turret.
Move. Double time.
Alright, I'll position my guys up there so the turret's firing at them.
Good. 2 more to go.
Just making sure. When I reload, I just kind of peek over to the left. He's about ready to go. His shields are flaring. There he goes. Alright, now in this particular run,
Move up.
alright, I'm positioning, I think that was Vale.
Take that position.
Positioning her over there. Looking around for somebody to take out. Not, I don't know if you saw that or not, but that third grunt went suicidal.
Push up.
So I'm kind of just there he is. Ooh. All right, that takes care of that. So maybe it's time to take out the 3 gun emplacements. 3 blasts from the FRG. 3 hits from the FRG will take out a cannon. Now, if you don't have enough ammo to take out those 2, you don't have 6 rounds, then
Good work, Spartans.
you can just flip back to your carbine and wail away with your carbine. Alright, I think I don't have any ammo left.
Copy that over there. Osiris.
I was hoping to be able to take out that shade turret. Alright, I don't want to hang around here too long because there's an elite that tends to get sneaky and comes up, and even if I'm sitting behind the crate in a crouch, he will see me, and sometimes I can get out, sometimes I don't. So I'm kind of being a little careful here.
Kill too many enemies. Clear the LZ.
But if I can take out another grunt or 2, I will. Notice how careful I'm being. Oh, that was one of my guys.
Take that position.
I'm looking to see if the elite is coming up.
At location.
Again, looking around.
Punching Osiris.
Maybe take one more peek down here to see if I can take out a grunt.
To knock us out. Regroup.
It's not looking good. Now I'm getting really nervous. Alright, I did get a grunt, and the turret saw me. Started firing at me, so I figured it's very close to time to go. Ooh, I heard that elite. Now I'm getting really nervous. The best of all worlds would be if the elite came out that door in front of me and with his back turned to me, and I could just sneak up and backsmack him. But there's no guarantee of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run back down to where we came in. And it's possible that if I had stayed up top, we would have been able to take out enough coveys for the reinforcements to come in, which is my key. But what we're going to have happen here is just rinse and repeat. We need to take out, and I'm not quite sure, I think we need to get down to maybe 3, maybe 4 bad guys left. So I know I can take out a grunt or 2 over there by that shade turret.
On my mark.
I'm not going to stick my head out to actually fire on the turret, because generally there is right straight across from the doorway here is an elite with a carbine, and he's very accurate and very nasty. And I found that out the hard way. Just, it doesn't take much to bring the shields down and take me into armor lock. Okay, there's another grunt. He's on shade. He's on a little turret up there. And another grunt. And right about this point, right at this point, I'm thinking to myself, okay, how many more do we have to take out? Alright, we got a grunt. Got another grunt. And what was a little bit unusual in this run is that there were some bad guys, some coveys, including grunts. Oh, we did take out an elite. But my guys are going to take gas here momentarily. You can see them getting knocked around up there. Now I'm looking for a grunt to take out. You know, with the carbine, I'm not going to have be able to do much with the elites. I think our guys are just about gone. But what I was going to say is that there seemed to be more than the usual number of coveys down on my level opposite the door, which surprised me. So I'm looking around. There's nothing going on now. So I'm going to haul it back out here and wait for my guys to come back. And this is another rinse and repeat. Once all three are back, I'll send them back out, and maybe we can take out another covey or two. Now there may be better strategies for this area than what I'm demonstrating, but to me this is probably a fairly safe way to do it, as long as you stay focused and don't get surprised or tagged by a grenade or a fire that comes out of nowhere. Just be aware of where all the coveys are and keep your guys away from you, because if they're gathered around you and a covey spots them, they will start throwing grenades at them, grunts or elites, and you could get tagged, or the explosion on your buddy could put you in armor lock from the concussion. Alright, all three are back, so here we go. Send them out again. I believe that might have been a grunt on a... oh shoot. I missed him. There's a grunt on a turret, or next to the turret up there. It'd been nice if I'd have taken him out. Again, I didn't want him near me, and that's kind of what happens. And this is where it dawned on me that there were coveys down at on my level out there in the middle, not up high. Alright, they're running out. I have the elite up there marked. I got the grunt, so he can't throw any more grenades. They tend to go down pretty quick when I'm not helping them out. Yep, all quiet. They're done. Sometimes we clear this area quickly, sometimes we don't. I think it took me, well, we're probably about a minute and a half, 2 minutes away from clearing all the hostiles out. So it would be about 31 minutes. At least all the ones that shoot back at you. But I've actually in previous runs have cleared this area in 5, 6, 7 minutes quicker. It just depends on how my guys are doing when they're taking out the coveys when I send them out. So I'm looking around. I'm very wary of the elite straight across from me with the carbine. And I'm just surveying the area to see if there's a grunt I can pick off. Alright, that was a storm rifle, I believe. Doggone it, if I could only shoot. There we go. Got a grunt. Alright, that's a turret.
Take that position.
Consider it done, Locke.
Move up. On it.
You know, I mark them to be next to the wall, and they stand right in front of the door.
Copy that.
This is what can drive you crazy in these campaign missions with these guys. Now, they are a lot better and a lot more intelligent and a lot more diligent than the troops from earlier Halo games.
Push up.
But on the other hand, they can really be a frustrating group of Guardians, for sure. Alright. That's the elite, I believe, that's got the carbine. Whoa, yep, there he is. I do not want to stand out in the open when that guy's firing at me. Okay, Maquis is coming in.
Too many for me to ferry you to your destination. You need another path. At your location, there is passage to Sunaion's undercity, which will allow.
Alright, a bunch of Swords of Sanheli guys have dropped down, and
Maquis said there's a way.
the remaining coveys here are battling them and throwing grenades at the ship. That ship up there is doing a little bit of a jig. Alright, they just took out the shade turret. So, I don't believe any of my guys are kicking yet. But I'm going to run up here, grab some ammo, and run back. And I'm going to wait for my guys to come out. With the fire that's being put on the elites from the ships and the Sanheli guys, that will be enough to weaken the shields to make it easier for my Guardian guys and me to take these guys out. But now I'm just waiting for my guys to come back. The last thing in the world I want is to just run out there and get tagged. And this is the point where I'm saying to myself, where the heck are they? Alright, that is Vale running up there. There goes the other two. Alright, one of them's down. See, they were weakened by the firing from the Sanheli, Swords of Sanheli ships. Alright, I just marked another one. Ooh, he's coming down this way. Ooh, I don't... He just kind of threw a grenade right where I was. That's not too cool. When in doubt, retreat. I am helping there. I'm helping get his shields flaring. Okay, he's down. And we may have one more. Not sure at this point. I think I can hear him. Just kind of looking for him so I can mark him. I think he's up there by the elevator. Here he comes.
At location.
Nope, that's one of the Sanheli guys. Where is that guy? Looks like he's throwing grenades up there. There he is. Okay. Somebody throws a grenade and he goes flying up in the air. The shields just got popped. And down he goes. And I think that's it. So first thing I'm going to do here is go down and grab some ammo, fill up my carbine, and come in here, and the game gives us a gift. There's about 6 or 7 grunts in here who will not fight back. They're just running around scared. And what you can do then is just smack them and get your shields back. Now, it's really not necessary for me to take all of them out, but after all the stress I've been through in the first part of this mission, this is a good way to relieve it. Alright, just running around, seeing if there's any left. Yep. It's good melee practice. One thing with the grunts is you can smack them in the nose. Well, I just kind of did a thrusting melee there. Smack them in the nose and spin around and assassinate them from behind. Alright, I think that's it. I think we're done. Alright, now I'm going to take a little bit of a break here. I see the mission as being in 3 parts, or thirds. The first third is what we just completed, which is the anti-aircraft guns, taking those all down and all the coveys that are supporting them. And then the second part is, or second third, is where we're going to go next, which is the Undercity. And we have to fight our way through that to get to the far side of the city to get near the Guardian, which is being protected by a bunch of Prometheans. And that is the third section, or the last third, which is the final big battle scene. So we got a third of the mission done. The second third is actually the longest. It takes the longest amount of time to complete. And the time is variable based on how well my guys do, which they weren't doing all that great in the second third of this run. But I decided before we go down below and start tackling that area that I needed to take a quick break. And I will take another one when we get done with the Undercity. And we still have, an hour and 15 minutes on this run. So it doesn't hurt to just stop it. Just put yourself, don't go to the pause, but just put yourself into a crouch and get up and walk around a little bit, or do what you have to do. Now what I'm doing here is if I see these carbines, I have full ammo. If I see any carbines laying around, I will ask my guys to pick them up. Now, what I did upstairs when I was taking out the turrets, when I was done, I grabbed a grenade launcher. I forgot to mention that before, but I grabbed a grenade launcher. So before you take this elevator down, make sure you have it. It comes in real handy when we first start the Undercity. I don't know why, I always forget to mention that. It's just so instinctive.
I'll try not to.
Alright, when we come out of the door here, I'm going to hesitate for a moment because there's a spirit that's going to go by. I don't want to get tagged by its gun. And that must be the lead elite yakking. Alright, there's another one up here that I've marked to be taken out. And I'm going to use my grenade launcher. At first, the first shot is going to be, or shots, will be to try to take the gun out. And once the gun's out, I'm just going to pop the remaining grenades into the spirit itself. I keep marking it so my guys don't get distracted, that they're working on the spirit. And the benefit here is that possibly there won't be as many coveys to deal with in this initial area if we get this ship taken out, and or it will drop and kind of get hung up a little bit, and that may or may not trap a couple of the coveys, especially elites. None of the elites in this initial area are the gold elites or the well shielded elites, but they do throw grenades, and they do. I think they have storm rifles, and they still present a problem. So you have to be careful. Okay, notice the score that came up there. That also indicated to me that the ship was taken out. Ooh, I'm getting a little froggy here. Alright, grab a plasma pistol, stock up on ammo, and start taking guys out. Mark an elite. There's more than one. There are also grunts and maybe jackals. Alright, one elite's down. Uh-oh, suicide grunt. Anytime you take an elite out, there's always the potential for a suicide grunt. Alright, I'm being very careful here because I don't want to come out and stay in the open. Now here's an example. See up at the top, we've got an elite that's kind of stuck on the ship. So he's really easy guy to take out. So he's down. That's an example of taking the ship out, actually helping. Alright, sounds like things have quieted down, so it sounds like my guys are all toast. So here we are in another rinse and repeat operation, waiting for my guys to come back, and I would like to see them all back before we start moving up there. And I'm kind of looking around to see if there's anybody in the open that I can possibly put a shot on while I'm waiting for them to come back to life. Yep, just kind of looking around, trying to find something to do while I'm waiting. It usually takes anywhere between a minute and 90 seconds for my troops to come back from the time they go lights out. Not armor lock, but actually down. So I'm just kind of wandering around here in the safe area, waiting for them to come back. Go up here and take another look, see if I can see anybody. Now I just marked position right next to me to see if anybody was back yet. Alright, looks like Vale's back, Buck's back. I'm not sure about Tanaka. Oh, there's Tanaka. You can tell by their voices. Okay, we're going to move up here. Alright, what I'm doing is I'm marking them up ahead. And there we go. There's that sword. There's a sword elite. Whoops, I'm getting out of there. He will throw grenades, so that's why I didn't want to be too close to him. Whoa, another. I don't know whether that was an elite or... Yep, that was an elite. Okay, he's taken care of. Now he was in hiding up there. I never saw him. So he was hiding behind the ship, waiting for us to come up. Alright, I know that two of my guys are... Okay, all three. All three are here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark them up on that little circular platform. And across the way there is an elite with a carbine, and he is deadly accurate with that thing. So I'm going to mark him and just kind of hang back. Maybe help a little bit. I just don't want to get tagged by the carbine. 2 shots, I believe, will take my shields down. See, he almost tagged me there, but he's done. Okay, so that's kind of the initial area here, and now we get ready for the next area. Well, there's going to be 3 or 4 grunts, 2 shielded jackals. There's one of them. 3 grunts, I guess, and then over to the left, out of sight, is another shielded jackal, along with an elite who's got a grenade launcher. And across the way, as soon as I expose myself, there will be an elite that shows up on this little turret. Yep, there he is. So I'm trying to position myself where I can put plasma pistol fire on him, bring his shields down, and he can't fire back at me. Either that or he just doesn't see me. Alright, there goes the shields, and now I need to kind of move out a little bit so I can see him completely, and boom, there he goes. Alright, so the elite's down. Now the grunts will try to get on that turret. So I'm looking to see what we got going on down here. Yep, there goes a grunt. He's headed for the turret. Okay, got both of them. So I think that takes care of them. My guys have now seen the jackal over here on the left. Yeah, that's the jackal with the needler. That's another nasty weapon that can take you down in a hurry. The super combine will take you out. Oh, there was another grunt. Okay. So there were 4 grunts altogether down there. Alright, so I'm trying to find a position where I can take him out. And he can't hurt me. I'm not ready to attack the elite and the jackal yet. Okay. I believe that takes care of those guys, and we just have probably the jackal and the elite left. So I'm going to come around here to the back edge to see if I can take out the jackal, or at least mark him or mark the elite. Oh, got the jackal. That'll tick off the elite. He pops out. I mark him and then get the heck out of Dodge. So I'm going to come back around this area here. You can see the grenade launcher grenades go flying. And he's throwing grenades. There he is. So I'm going to try to put a little bit of plasma pistol fire on him to bring his shields down to help my guys out. Alright, his shields just popped, but I can't get to him. Oh, there we go. So that takes care of this area. So while I catch my breath, I'm going to go back down here and ammo up. Now this particular area with these ledges and these platforms and things really caused me a little bit of grief, because I have a very strong fear of heights. I almost fell off a cliff when I lived in Hawaii as a teenager. And ever since then, I get weak knees when I'm around. Even playing a game, I get weak knees when I'm around the edge of it. Get out of the way. Jeez. I was a little bit louder in the actual game when I said that. Like I said, they tend to be like puppy dogs, and they kind of gather around you. Okay. Anyway, that aside, I tend to get a little weak-kneed when I'm looking over the edge of something from a high distance up. It's very irrational, but nonetheless, it's there. Okay, now we're going to have a bunch of suicide grunts, several jackals, and a lead or two come at us. And I believe actually one of the jackals actually has a grenade launcher, which is kind of rare in the game. So I believe I just marked the elite. And I don't think that's the elite firing the grenade launcher. I think that's a jackal. Of course, it's very hard for me to tell because in this part of the mission, I am almost in hiding. Okay, there goes the elite. There's suicide grunts. I think they took out, yeah, they took out the jackals. So it looks like they're all down. So it looks like it's safe to come down and get ready for the next bit. Oh, but there's a suicide grunt way across there. And I'm looking around, see another suicide grunt who just hasn't charged yet. I'm not worried about ammo here, so I'll keep popping him until he goes down. Takes about a half a dozen, 7-8 shots that are not headshots on his nose, or nose shots actually, to take out a grunt. But we've got an infinite ammo crate up here. Oh, just when you think it's safe to go back in the water. Here comes another suicide grunt. At least I got him moving when I advanced up to the crate. Alright. Either one of my guys got him or he fell off the platform. Okay, next up, I want to make sure all my guys are around. There are a couple of shielded jackals up there. Notice that I'm not moving up at all. I'm staying here right at the crate. Alright, I cannot... Sometimes you can take these two jackals out, sometimes you can't. But what we're going to do is we're going to take down this spirit. And what this will do is save us having to deal with a whole bunch of coveys that drop out of that ship. Now, normally my guys that are up there are helping me out, and what happened here is that I believe what happened is they were throwing grenades at the jackals. Okay, well, two of the jackals went down, but they were throwing grenades. Both jackals went down, but they were throwing grenades at the jackals, and at least one of them went. The grenade must have ricocheted because I just saw one of them go flying through the air to his or her death. So it's going to be mostly me here. All right, that means all three of my guys are down. By the way, when that thing goes out like that, so I just remark it. Now a score should pop up when it actually goes down, so I can sit here all day and just keep popping the thing with carbine fire. It's just going to take a while. Again, I'm sitting right next to, or right behind it, an ammo crate that's got infinite ammo. Nothing special about this, just keep firing. Trigger finger is getting a little sore. Just keep firing till it goes down. And actually, my guys will come back here eventually. I think Buck is the first one back, and that's why I keep marking it. There we go. Yep, that's Buck. Buck was the first to go out. He's the first one to come back. So we just keep firing until this thing goes down. It's definitely getting tired at this point. Now they're shooting and throwing grenades at it. There it goes. See the score pop up, 11,700. That's what you get for taking out a spirit. Okay, now I'm bringing them back here. Up ahead, there's a shade turret. And the reason I'm taking that out is that just inside the doorway of that circular building up there is a grunt. And if we had advanced with the shade turret still there, the grunt would have run out and jumped in the turret and started firing. But if the turret goes down, the grunt just sort of goes immobile, which allows me to run in there and melee him to get my shields back if and when I need to. As long as I don't accidentally mark him for my buddies to take him out. You got to be a little careful about, because there are some jackals up there that we have to take out. Okay, so the shade turret's down. I'm marking my guys to move up. I'm going to go around the other end. Up in the doorway, or by the doorway, there will be a couple of jackals right there. And actually, I was able to take those two out. By the way, there is a carbine right there that I can grab some ammo from. Off to the right here are two more jackals, and unbelievable to me that these guys could not take both of them out. Notice one of them just walked off the edge. And that actually makes me a little nervous. There we go, I got one of them at least. That actually makes me a little nervous when I'm operating in this area, because I can walk off the edge as well if I'm not paying attention to where I'm at or what I'm doing. Alright, going back here, get some more ammo. And while I'm at it, I figure I'd go back and get a fresh plasma pistol. Notice how careful I was. I'm looking before I'm leaping, if you will. Oh crap, didn't want to do that. This is a great juggles going on here. Alright. Oh jeez. Alright, it looks like I got the plasma pistol with the most ammo because that other one's not lighting up. Good grief. Not something you want to have happen if you're in a hurry. Okay, let's go back and see if our buddies are back yet. We can take out that last jackal. I'm not going to get aggressive and take him out. I think he's actually up right on the edge of the circular platform up here. So maybe I can sneak up and mark him. Yep, there he is. And I believe this time they threw a grenade and took him out. Yep. Alright, that takes care of the jackal, and here's the poor little grunt that's just kind of hanging around not knowing what to do. I don't know if I had partial shields or full shields there, but I took him out anyway. Alright, on to the next. And this is where it gets a little tricky, a little difficult, a little nerve-wracking. We're going to start off, there's going to be several grunts here. Right there. There's probably two behind him, but across the way is an elite. And I want to mark my guys right there, and then mark the elite. Back up a little. Alright, I think the elite just jumped off to his death. I'm not absolutely sure, but I think he did. There goes, my guys are going down. But I think we maybe got the grunts. I'm not sure. Had the wrong weapon up. Ooh, there's a grunt. Threw a grenade. Come on up. Okay, got him. Alright, I don't know if there's any more grunts left. I'm marking my guys behind. Yep, there's one more. I don't want my guys running out in front of me at this point when they respawn. There's going to be 4 shielded jackals out here, but they're pretty easy to take out because they present their heads like so. Alright, now where that last jackal jumped down, right below and to the left of him is at least one grunt and an elite, and they're going to be the next targets we're going to deal with. But again, while I'm waiting for my guys to come back, I'm going to run down here and grab some more ammo. It gives me something to do. Alright, marking position here. I'm waiting for them to come back. Alright, Tanaka's back.
Take that position.
Sounds like Vale's back.
Take that position.
Now we're waiting on Buck. And there he is. Okay, here we go. Gonna be a little bit careful here. I'm looking across the way to make sure that there wasn't a grunt on the turret. There's the elite. I didn't see a grunt. You notice how I'm just kind of hanging back here. Alright, looks like there was a jackal down there too. That's a jackal square. Okay, and the elite's gone. I want to move these guys back because I think I can take out or at least put fire. Oh, I was yelling at this point, trying to get them out of the way. I don't want that turret now to be firing at me because they're standing in the way. And it's just a grunt. Notice how they want to run up. They always want to run up. I'm waiting for the turret fire to stop. And that was Tanaka, just walking right in front of me like a numbnut. Pardon my French. Alright, now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put some plasma pistol fire on that turret down there, and that brings out the next elite that was hiding. Another grenade happy elite. So while he's doing his thing, I'm going to see if I can take out that turret. Turret elite. Okay, I got him down. And I'm not sure about the elite. Oh, there he is. Looks like my guys are down again, so it's back to rinse and repeat.
Take that position. On my mark. Tanaka, move up.
Yep.
Move up.
Looks like they're all...
Double time.
They all took gas again. So here we are waiting.
Took location.
Oh, wait a second.
Push up.
You got it, Block.
So Vale survived. Alright, kind of looking around. Sometimes the elite that was down there hiding will come up to
Push up.
Copy that, Block.
On my mark.
stand guard, if you will, with his back turned to me,
Take that position.
and I can run up there and smack him. But it didn't happen in this run.
Move up.
Copy.
On my mark.
All right, I keep marking position
Move. Double time.
Copy that, Block.
because I'm getting a little frustrated that it's taking so long for my buddies to come back.
On my mark.
Copy that.
Push up.
All right, there's Buck.
Move up.
You got it.
Move up.
Roger.
On my mark.
Copy.
Take that position.
On it.
Move. Double time.
Waiting for Tanaka.
On my mark. Take that position.
Still waiting, Tanaka.
Got it.
Take that position. On my mark.
There we go. It's about time. All right. Looking around to see what we can see. No, he's still there.
Copy that, Block.
Now let's see if we can get rid of him this time. Wham! Oh, he just went flying off the walkway there. Okay, that sometimes that will benefit me as well as hurt when my guys do that. All right, so now what we've got going here is, of course, there's a couple of shielded jackals and a regular jackal up there that we're going to have to deal with. at some point. But it looks like, you know, hostilities have basically ended for now. Well, that's not the case. What we have to deal with is a Jackal sniper across the way there, around where that turret was, and a camoed sword elite. So I'm sort of gathering my strength here, if you will, my fortitude, getting ready to initiate the next part of this area. Now I'm going to have to run up that walkway a little bit, so I'm marking my guys behind me so they don't really get too much in the way. Alright, and here we go. Kind of looking around. Now I can run right up to this point, turn around, and just haul it back. And that'll bring out the sniper. And of course my guys, I should have marked position again. And I got really upset because I missed him. I should have taken him out right there. He goes into hiding. But that will also bring out the sword elite. So I'm hanging back here. I don't want anybody near me because he will throw grenades. Like so. So I'm going to try to help my guys take him out. Being very careful about it. Well, there goes Buck. Okay, he's down. That is a real sigh of relief for me. I'm actually going to use his sword in the next area. Or in the final area, I should say, of this third of the mission. Alright, I'm trying to draw out the sniper again. Probably if I was, you know, if I had the the nerve to run up there and run back again. I'm just afraid of getting tagged. Now with only Tanaka available, I'm not really sure at this point what to do. It doesn't look like he's going to come out anytime soon. So what I was thinking about doing, which I actually did here, is I sent Tanaka over to that area right where he was. So while I'm hanging back here, I haven't done it yet, but I will be doing it here momentarily. So while I'm kind of hanging back, waiting for him to pop out, getting real nervous about it. Discovered that I can't quite throw a grenade over there. Alright, so I just sent Tanaka over. I think another strategy would be for me to mark Tanaka back here and make my run out and back. And if I get tagged, she can revive me from armor lock. So she's out there. She's running right by the hidden Jackal sniper. Right there. And she just got a oh, there's another elite. I didn't know about that guy. He might have been in the other area, around on the other side. And here comes a sniper. See, she ran right by that guy, and he was so well hidden that... And this is what makes me really nervous. There goes the elite, by the way, is that I don't have anybody to take me out of armor lock if that sniper tags me. So, but all's well that ends well, and I got the sniper. Alright. So I believe that this particular area, we've accomplished our mission. We've taken care of all the bad guys. My guys are down. So I'm going to go ahead and ammo up here. I'll run around this door instead of stubbing my toe like I did the last time. I know that there is a carbine right there. I also know that I could run all the way back to that infinite ammo crate and get more ammo. Which I will probably do. Well, I'm not sure. It's been a little bit of time since I've actually run this mission. Okay. What we're doing here is I am bringing up the sword, juggling it with a plasma pistol, making sure there's nobody up there. And I'm doing this because I want to help my guys with the elite that is invariably around the other side of that circular structure up there. And I want to do that with the plasma pistol. And then I'm going to use the sword for actually against a hunter. Come on. Alright, so here we are. I've got one of my guys is back that I can see.
Move, double time.
Consider it done, Doc.
Alright, that's Tanaka's back.
Move up.
Alright, Vale's back.
Push up.
Alright, all three of my guys are back. So I'm going to kind of sneak around the corner here and see if I can mark the elite. Now there are grunts and jackals up there. I just found the elite in marking. Alright, jackal and a grunt or two just went down. Don't know about the elite. Yeah, and she's just standing there. Alright, there goes the jackal down. Again, I am being very careful about the elite. I don't want to get tagged. There he goes. Alright, so now it's a matter of cleaning up the grunts and one remaining jackal over there. Got him. And I think we're down to one grunt. Alright, he's taken care of. I want all three of my guys to be available to me before I go and do the next bit here. Oh, there was one more grunt left. Okay. So before we do anything, I'm going to go back and get full ammo in my carbine. Oh, I've got the sword. And by the way, when you equip the sword, that increases your agility by about 10%, so you essentially run a little faster. And that's going to be important when I get up here dealing with the hunters. All right. Alright, I don't need to go any further back. I have full ammo on my carbine. And we're off to the next encounter. Alright, deep breath. Make sure my guys are around me before I take off. I want to see all three of them. Okay, there they are, and here we go. I got the sword equipped. I'm taking this specific route. There's one sleeping hunter. There's a second sleeping hunter. He comes up, and I thought I might be able to take him out. I don't know if the first blow was too high, but I definitely weakened him. Now what I want to do is get my guys across the way so the hunters will be focused on them, and that will allow me to run out and grab an FRG here, this fuel rod gun, and hopefully while the hunters are focused on them over there across the way, I can pop those guys in their back from over here. That's the plan. Now one thing that I'd actually forgotten about from an earlier run, or actually another mission, is that as soon as you sight in with the FRG, it's like a sixth sense. They will turn and look at you. So I'm making sure that I got at least one of those guys over there. Now I didn't do all that great with the FRG here in this particular run. We still we are able to get these guys down. I know one of them's weakened, but I don't from this distance I can hardly see them. So I'm not really quite sure which one is the one I should be working on. What irritates me is that what'll happen is that I'll set a position with them and then put he just turned around, put fire on them, and then just at the last second they move and my blast. I don't want to mark them. I want to mark position. See, right there at the last second he moved a little. He doesn't move fast, but it's just enough that there's a long enough carry for the fuel rod for him to avoid getting smacked in the back. Oh, I don't want that.
Move up. On my mark. Move up. On my mark.
Looks like one of my guys is down.
Take that position. Move. Double time. Get fire on that hunter.
No, I don't want that. I want them across the way. That is a bit of an issue when the hunter is in my line of sight to where I want my guys to go. Okay, I think we're getting pretty close on one of the hunters.
Take that position.
No, I don't want that.
Get fire on that hunter. We lost the rock. Fall back.
Looks like my guys are down now, so I'll mark position over there and come back here and hide and wait for them to come back. But you get the idea.
To knock us out. Regroup.
I've seen film where my character winds up on the other side with my guys over here and using using a carbine instead of the fuel rod gun to pop the hunters in the back. 6 in one, half dozen the other. The one thing about being on the other side is that there's an infinite ammo crate. So there's plenty of carbine ammo. Now what I found, I've actually tried that, and what I found is that because of the obstacles in the middle, I had a hard time getting a clear shot. Now it just may have been how I positioned my guys, but here, doing it this way, it is, you know, there is a little bit of distance there, but at least I can see their backs and fire. Now when the first one goes down, what I will do is I will mark the second one to be taken out. And that actually helps in a couple of ways. My guys are putting much more fire on him, and two, he's not focused on me, because what happens when the first... Whoa! Phew. When the first one goes down, the second one gets a heck of a lot more aggressive. Especially if he's hurt. So I don't want the second one chasing me all over the place. I believe that's the one I hurt. There he goes. Okay, he's down. Now we need to find the second one and mark him. You know, he's coming back at me. That's what I meant by being aggressive. So initially what I'm doing is trying to get him away from me. I want to go grab that other grab ammo from that other fuel rod gun in that crate. Alright, now I've marked him. I'm just checking to see if I got any shields left. Alright, now he's focused on them because they're putting pretty good fire on him. Looks like a good opportunity to run out here. Whoops. Yeah, it looks like a good opportunity to run out here and grab some ammo and run back to cover. Alright, he is setting himself up to be in a good position for me. I think I just missed him. There, I got him that time. As long as my guys are over on the other side putting fire on him and his back is turned to me, then I'm okay. What I don't want him to do is turn around and start chasing me. There he goes. Okay. Breathe a big sigh of relief, but we're not quite done yet. There's going to be at least three grunts coming out of that door. And make sure that my guys take them down. There goes one. Alright. They got one, I got one. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is come over here and ammo up on my carbine and grab this. No, I don't want the plasma pistol. I want that grenade launcher. That it actually comes in handy in our final fight.
Climbing.
And this is the end of the second third of the three parts, or 3/3 of the mission. It's actually the longest part. Probably got about 35 minutes or so to go for the last part. So what I'm doing, as I did when we finished the first third of the mission, is I'm taking a break. So you can actually fast forward a couple of minutes here. So what we'll do is we'll get on the elevator and go back up looking for the Guardian. What we will be presented with when we finally get to the final area are a whole bunch of soldiers, several soldier captains, crawlers that keep spawning, and several watchers, and we want to make sure the watchers are taken out. And then ultimately the warden will appear with 2 knights in escort and another watcher, and we want to make sure that watcher is taken out before we can start putting damage on the warden. Now what I will do is I will be marking position for my guys to take all the fire from all the other Prometheans, and I will be in a crouch trying to take out the warden. That's the game plan. But before that, we need to really thin the herd. And I'll be doing that from a couple of positions. Alright, so here we go. Elevator up. Yeah, that was about 90 seconds.
This is Spartan Law. Do you copy? Arbiter. That's no good. We should be close to the Guardian.
If we can help Arbiter,
We do, but not at the risk of missing the Guardian. Reaching Master Chief is more important.
Alright, looking for the door. Alright, out we go. And into this first area here. Another infinite ammo crate, by the way. This is a freebie. This will help you get your shields back if they're not full. Don't worry about the grunt and the jackal exploding there on the right. Just keep running. Now the first time I came up here and ran this route,
Double time, Osiris.
when I got towards the end of it, I thought, oh my gosh, I've gotten this far and I'm going to take gas. But it actually turns out to be an animation, sort of a mini cutscene,
Watch your step.
which we'll see here just momentarily. When I jump here and then go to jump here, this is where I thought I was going to take gas, but then it dawned on me, oh, this is actually like a mini cutscene. All right, back up, and now we got to jump. Let's thrust down there and keep going. Alright, those are soldiers, and there's going to be several crawlers in here taking out a grunt. I couldn't believe the grunt was still alive. Alright, I got one of the crawlers. Mark the other one. I wanted to make sure that I didn't take any gas there. Okay, we got to run up this kind of broken ramp here. Through this door. Don't worry about the Arbiter and the Knight. He takes them out. That's an animation. And then run here up this elevator. Immediately come back to the back here because there'll be a watcher going by, and we want to mark it. Of course, I'm immediately going to unmark it by positioning my guys. I don't want them hanging up here with me like that. So I'm gonna position them down there. The watcher's going to come back. What we have to be careful about right in the beginning here is that there's a soldier or two that come up a bit. There's the watcher. Oh, I didn't get a chance to mark him, but I think my guys saw him and took him out. Took out a crawler. There goes the watcher. There goes another watcher. And there's a soldier right across the way here. Right there. We want to make sure that he is taken out, because if you're not paying attention and you don't stay in a crouch, you'll get tagged by one of his grenades. I learned that one the hard way. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to mark soldiers and help in any way we can, but without being in a straight line of fire. Okay, another soldier went down. Okay, good. Watcher went down. And so what I'm doing here is I'm trying to mark soldiers for my guys, and if I can put a little fire on them, then I will. I'm saving the grenade launcher for a little bit later here in this battle. So I'll just be using the carbine. If I can put shots on him, I will. If not, then I'll just hope that my guys can take him out. I think I saw maybe another soldier going down. Yep, there goes another one. Being very wary of the crawlers. It's helping that the Arbiter is up there a ways because they're focusing fire on him. See that little flash right there? That is that's a signal that some more crawlers are coming in. I just don't want to be seen back here. That's really the key. And it looks like two of my guys are down. So I will try to contribute in any way that I can. And notice when I see that flash, I jump back down because I don't want to be seen again. Alright, I was able to mark another soldier. I don't know how effective that's going to be. The Arbiter is not going to go after him. The Arbiter is focusing primarily on crawlers. Ooh, that's not good. He's coming back towards me. That's going to draw the crawlers back this way. Whoa! And I just got seen by a soldier. That's a light rifle that he's firing. Alright, he actually missed. He came close, but he missed. So I think right at this point, I decided to come back up and wait till my guys make another appearance. And I'm just going to go into a crouch.
Take that position.
Mark them on the steps. See if I can find a soldier to mark for
Push up.
them to take out. Move them up a little bit, and then I'll come back down. Boy, I just took some more fire, but I was able to mark another soldier. Put a little fire on him. Maybe that'll help take him out.
Take that soldier down.
And there he goes. Alright, good. Let's see if I can mark another one. Oh, that was a soldier captain. That's no good. I definitely don't want the soldier captain seeing me. Oh, that explains a lot. Buck just went running by. I need to mark something real quick here. I can't see anything, so I'm going back up. A little bit dangerous down there now. As in every mission, when my guys don't have... Oh, whoa, that was close. When my guys don't have an opponent marked to take out, even if I mark them up away from me, they will come back to me. Or if they respawn, they will respawn very close to me. And that can be problematic at times. Now, I just threw a grenade over there by that ammo crate because there was some sort of fusion core next to it that will explode when it takes a hit from a weapon, if you will. Specifically, the Warden's black plasma blast. So I'm actually going to be using that area over here by the ammo crate when the Warden shows up. Ooh, I didn't want to pop up like that. When the Warden shows up, I'm going to be using that area and behind that ammo crate as cover. It's very effective. But notice that I want to stay in a crouch at all times up here. The only time that I pop up is maybe if I need to lob grenades or something down or mark somebody, but I immediately go into a crouch and retreat. What I really don't want to have happen is a crawler. Well, obviously soldiers and soldier captains, but a crawler to see me. Because once they notice me, they tend to not run down into the midst of the battle, but they tend to focus on me up here, and at some point will actually jump up on the platform. And I have gone down in earlier runs for that very reason. So I will be crouch walking, or as we used to call it in the military, crab walking. Primarily for the rest of this mission. Again, except if I need to pop up to use my grenade launcher. Now I'm waiting for my guys to come back. I'm going to change strategy here just a little bit. All the fire that we're hearing now is being directed at the Arbiter. Okay, I'm marking him by the circular structure over there. Closer to the fight. And then see if I can mark, ease up here on the edge, and mark a soldier, and now maybe use my grenade launcher to lob grenades down there in the middle to weaken the soldiers. Now the downside of that is I kind of have to pop over the edge there to get a clear shot. if I don't go far enough out, then I'll just hit the... Okay, they took one. Alright, I just marked another one, just threw some more grenades down there from the grenade launcher. So the idea here is to actually weaken the soldiers, if not take them out outright. Notice the soldiers are starting to go out now, the ones that I'm marking. So this is a good thing. We're thinning the herd. Just double check to make sure I don't have a crawler coming up my butt. I marked another soldier. Oh, and I heard him. I could hear him. Ouch! Down there with that grenade. All right, looks like my guys are starting to take gas. So I'm going to hang back. Looks like there's more crawlers being spawned. So I'm going to kind of hang back here. I marked position over by the circular structure again. And I'm just going to hang back until they come back. And hopefully they'll go right to that structure and not stand next to me. We're just sitting and waiting. Rinse and repeat. Okay, they're coming back now. So, back to the task at hand. Making sure there's no crawlers nearby. Whoa. Alright, I got him marked. Now I think that happened because my guys were not quite in position yet. So they were actually looking at me and not them. But he scared me so much that I didn't peek out over the corner enough, or the edge enough, and I planted a grenade right on the edge of the platform instead of down where those guys are. Okay, it looks like another one down, and I'm not sure what else went down, but it looks like there was multiple takedowns over there. Okay. Okay. Ooh, I still have a grenade left. Okay, another soldier down. We're getting there. We're thinning the herd. It looks to me like... Oh, another one went down. Good. Okay, we're getting close to the warden. The warden should be making an appearance here soon.
There's still time.
Yeah, kind of look. I might be out of... Oh, they took him out. Good. And they took out probably a crawler as well. That's a nice thing about score attack. You can see... you know that enemies are being taken down. Not necessarily by seeing them go down, but by the score that flashes up on the screen. There goes another one. You guys are doing a pretty good job here. Ah! Didn't want to pop up like that. Okay, there's the warden. Alright, now here I will be positioning my guys. Ooh. I'll be positioning my guys a little bit further around the edge of that circular structure when they come back. I'm not going to do anything until they come back, and then I will put myself in position to start peppering the warden. I can actually hear the splinter cannon being fired by one of the captains down there.
On my mark.
Okay, good. Buck's back.
Push up.
Alright, mark him up a little bit further.
Move up.
Okay, Tanaka is back. And now we're going to start our final firefight here, if you will, with the Warden. Oh, there's a Watcher. We need to take that Watcher out. Need to get, there it goes. Watcher's down. Okay, now I can start peppering the whatnot. Notice, well, we will see this ammo crate become a perfect barricade. Now here comes one of those black plasma bolts. And the crate survived it. So this is what we'll be doing for the rest of the mission. Staying in a crouch. Peeking over the edge just enough to pepper his head with headshots. Backing up whenever we see that lasso, which means that he's getting ready to fire a plasma bolt at us. He'll also fire those orange things out of his head, or however it's either out of his head or his mouth. So far away, I don't know exactly what it is, but so this is basically keeping my guys over there on the left with all the Prometheans focused on them. Notice that I am not marking the Warden. Ooh, I can hear a knight down there. Okay, here comes another plasma bolt. I don't know who initially found out that this was the way to go with the Warden, but whoever it was, it's a brilliant tactic.
Take that position.
Again, I'm making sure my guys are around and they are diverting fire. Now this Warden is definitely a bullet sponge. Oh, the Arbiter's still around too. Now, at least one point here in this final firefight, I could hear my guys respawn to the right. At least one of them respawn to the right of me through my headphones, and I went, "Oh my God, we don't want to see that." So we always have to be aware of where our Guardian buddies are and reposition them if they get too close. Again, like I said before, they're like puppy dogs. They just like to gather around you. Unless you send them elsewhere.
Deal with the Warden first. Focus fire, Cyrus.
Okay, that's where I just heard, I think that was Tanaka. Yeah, Tanaka and Buck are sitting there right off to my right, which is not a good thing. So at least I got them repositioned down here to the left. And there goes Vale. He's starting to emanate some energy there, which means his shields are starting to weaken. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's like he's pulsating down there. Alright. Sounds like Vale's still kicking. Well, that's coming out of his eyeball, so that yellow, that orange fire, yellow fire, whatever it is. Alright, so I repositioned Vale. She's down there on the left.
On my mark.
That was for the benefit of the other two when they respawn. And we are getting close to the end here. Ooh, that was a plasma bolt. You just really need to focus in on that just to make sure that you don't get caught by surprise. Because it will be coming at you and you need to hide behind the crate so it doesn't bypass the crate and hit you. Alright, there we go. He's not dead yet, but he is definitely weakened. Anytime you see that flash off his head, that black flash if you will, that's his armor getting weaker and weaker. So here I've got my infinite ammo crate. I'm not worried about ammo. That was a plasma bolt coming at me. And it's just a matter of just keep firing. I'm staying in a crouch, so I'm not worried now about crawlers coming after me. But I am worried about that. Jeez. That's why I always have to kind of look around a little bit to make sure that my guys are not standing right next to me. Okay, so that was Tanaka. So we just keep firing. Fire, reload, fire. Look around real quick to make sure your guys aren't next to you. If they are, reposition them. Stay in the crouch. Always stay in the crouch. This is sort of like that spirit. Quick pause there, another daggone telemarketer on the phone. There he goes. Okay, that's basically it. That's the end of the mission.
What's a Genesis?
And we go to black screen. So there you go. That is Battle of Sunaion. Mythic LASO difficulty. Legendary all skulls on. No deaths in a single run. I hope this helps you in your quest for Mythic LASO. I hope you enjoyed it. This is Old Anaki signing off. Take care, everybody.